Don't. Be free. Oh. Dope. Alright you guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. So if you guys haven't figured it out already, obviously the new tires came in for the STI. So I have trust issues. Whenever I give my car to like a tire shop, the dealer, anyone like that, I have trust issues. So we're getting new tires put on the car, but I'm not giving them the car to like actually drive in there. A, the clutch is a little unforgiving right now. B, I just don't want some random tech driving my car into the tire shop. So I'm just pulling off the wheels. I already have the new tires loaded up in Melanie's Impreza, and we're gonna go drop them off here at Discount Tire in, I don't know, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. I don't know. My appointment's at like 1. I think it's like noon right now, so like an hour-ish. We have a lot to do today. So tires are going to get swapped. Steering wheel gets dropped off today. I'd like to get that on the car depending on whenever UPS drops it off. My speaker spacers get dropped off today. I want to get those in there. The 17 STI right here is going to get pulled into the center of the driveway, so that way I can spray it down, get any spiders off of there, because you guys know how much I hate spiders. Not a spider person. I don't like them. No spiders. And we're gonna get all the nature off of it. Then it's going to go into the garage, and then we're gonna start transitioning over to the 2017 STI stuff. While I don't have the motor quite yet, well, I have the heads. Well, I don't have the short block quite yet. There's some other stuff that I wanna get knocked out for this car. A, there's a lot of sandblasting we have to do. B, there's a lot of powder coating that we have to do. C, there's a lot of wiring. The wheels have to come off because those Work Emotions over there are getting sold. So if anyone is interested in a set of Work Emotion D9Rs, with some like brand new Continental Extreme contacts, feel free to let me know if you're local. No, I will not ship them. Shipping wheels is expensive. But let's get these BBS wheels off, get them in our Impreza here, and then, oh wait, I have one more thing to show you guys. Okay, well, all right, so you guys know I work in half of a garage. Like half of the garage is my space. My space. We don't use that anymore. Half the garage is where I do all of my work. It's where I keep one car. It's where I keep all the tools and everything. So you guys know I have had this bench, which I do a lot of stuff on. This toolbox. Now I grabbed another table. Now the intent of this table is going to be like a machining area. So we have like a drill press here, bench grinder. I'd like to get like a small tabletop bandsaw. I'd like to get like a small tabletop media blaster and some other small like machine shop type tools to get like situated in here. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm all ears to get like a decent machine setup going. I think I'm gonna move my bench vise over here also. I don't actually know, you know, it's probably fine right there. But if you guys have any suggestions on some like good machine working like metal fab tools, feel free to let me know, because I'm gonna start acquiring them over the next couple months. I found a 110 welder that I'm gonna get. Yes, I know 110 welders are not the best, but your boy wants to learn how to weld, and there's a lot of fabrication that we're gonna have to do on the 2017 STI out there. So it'll work for whatever I can practice and learn with. But suggestions, I'm open to them. But let me pull these wheels off. Let's get them loaded up in the Impreza, and let's go get them dropped off. Spider web. No thank you. Not a fan of the spider webs. Oh, we're also gonna be powder coating these Brimbos. If you guys have color ideas, let me know. I'm open to it. I was thinking like white maybe. Not entirely sure. Totally open to some color preferences though. Tires are all loaded up in the Impreza, as well as the wheels. Like, this little hatchback is a trooper, man. This thing can fit way more than any other car I've had. Like, it is nice. It is so nice. So new tires are in there, old wheels are in there. The Douglas tires that we pulled off of here seem pretty old. Like, if I don't want to pop the hatch, but where's one of them? There's like dry rotting and cracking in the treads of the tire in there. The tires only say they're 3 years old, but it's it's $200 per set for those Douglas tires. I was gonna try to burn them off, but I need a little bit of like moisture on the road and water, so maybe later down the road we'll go try to burn a set of tires. The one day that I want it to rain in Washington, and it's actually nice outside. But let's go drop these things off. Let's come back here. Hopefully by that point our steering wheel and speaker spacers are dropped off for this. Like I said, I just want to knock all this stuff out while I have the garage space right now before that turd goes back in there. This Impreza is not a camera happy car. Tires are dropped off. Not the cheapest to get them swapped. I think investing in a tire machine at some point down the road would be a good idea. I don't know how you know how to use them. I don't. Yeah. Investing in a tire machine will probably be good. It was like $175.
Oh, really?
To have them pull off the old tires, put on the new ones, and dispose of the old ones.
It's more than how much we charge.
Yeah, you guys charge about 160? Yeah, stupid, but loud boy, loud little Mustang over there. But anyways, tires are dropped off. Swing back to the house. Hopefully our steering wheel is there. If so, we'll get that on the car. We'll get the new speakers in. We'll keep going. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff to do today. No update from Discount Tire, and UPS still hasn't dropped off our stuff yet. So while we wait, I went ahead and I sprayed down the 17 STI just to get some of the nature off of it. I'm still gonna push it in the center of the driveway and wash it. I have it on a battery tender right now, just so we have some power in that battery to be able to turn the car on so the steering wheel doesn't lock up on us. But while we wait, we're gonna take the old steering wheel off of the 05. So if you guys are doing this, make sure you disconnect the battery, let the car hang out for like a half hour to let any residual charge in there kind of dwindle out, because the last thing you want is airbag exploding in your face and like breaking your nose, and just no one wants that. But these things are pretty easy to take out. Let me show you. So if we come in here, we open this door here. We don't smack the toolbox. Right down here on the bottom of the steering wheel, on the side of it right there, there's one hole there and there's one on the other side. There's two T70, I believe they're I don't know. They're Torx bits. I don't remember the size. Once I get the size, I'll let you guys know. But there's two Torx bits, one on each side. After you undo those, the steering wheel right here, the airbag portion of it will just pop right out. Behind that, there's a screw, there's the clock spring, whole bunch of stuff back behind this airbag. Let me get these Torx bits out real quick, and then I'll show you guys what exactly is behind here, the socket size that you'll need to pull this thing off. Before you pull your steering wheel off too, you do want to make sure that it's straight, just so when you go to put the new one on, it's not like super far left, super far right, and your alignment is still like solid. I mean, easy to fix. I mean, you can just pop it back off, recenter it, but just extra stuff that you'll have to do. So let's get this thing off. Let's honk the horn. We have no power. Gucci, let me see. Where are you at? You're in there. So you look like the biggest size on here. Well, the biggest size, it's a T30, so I'm only going to assume that it's a T30. It's because it's fucking cruise control, dude. I know you're in there. There we go. All I had to do was look. Now, please do not let go of the socket. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb now. So I gotta pop off this connector for the steering wheel airbag. Just pop you off right there. Oh, dope. Airbag's out. Now to get the steering wheel off. So that bolt right in the middle, we're gonna take out. I'm gonna guess it's like either a 19 or a 21. Now, don't take that bolt off all the way. You're just gonna wanna break it loose, leave a little bit of space for the steering wheel to move back and forth, because we're gonna have to yank on the steering wheel to get it to break free from the clock spring. If you go and just take this nut all the way off and then yank on the steering wheel, what could happen, and what has happened to me in the past, is the clock spring right there will literally explode, and then everything's going to go everywhere. So just make sure that the clock spring is centered facing up. Make sure your steering wheel is straight before you take this off. So both of mine are right now. Let's go ahead and break that thing loose and get the steering wheel out of here. So make sure our steering wheel here is straight, which it is right there straight. So now we got to come in here. Okay, your bolt came off. Free there. We're just going to start working the steering wheel off, up, down, left, right. Back it off a little bit more. And like I said, your clock spring may move a little bit. If it does move, just recenter it to the up position. Don't go spinning this thing around, because you're not gonna have a fun time. So, clock spring is free. We're just gonna wire our airbag out of there. Look at that, stock steering wheel's off the car. Let's go disassemble this guy, because we need some parts off of this for the new steering wheel. Not too bad to take off. Yes, new tires are mounted, balanced, ready to go. I'm gonna hold off on throwing the fronts of these on. I don't know if these are directional either, so I'm gonna have to double check before I go ahead and slap them on the car. I'm gonna throw the rears on, not the fronts. The only reason I'm not doing the fronts right now is because obviously we have no steering wheel in the car, and I don't want the dealios to move at all, because if the dealios move, it's gonna throw off the alignment of the steering wheel. So let's throw the rears on. Let me check directionalness of these, and then we'll wait for UPS still until they decide to drop off our new steering wheel. But hey, progress. Hey, baby. So to give you guys some frame of reference here of what what size I went with. So this is the new tire. This is a 245/40/17. This is not the old tire. These are Melanie stock Impreza wheels, but these are the exact same size that we just pulled off. These are 225/40/17. So this is what was on the car. That's what we just put on. It's not a noticeable improvement. I did measure like traction width. The 225/40/17 has about 8 inches of like actual contact patch. The new 245/40/17 has about 9 inches. So we're gaining about an inch of traction. So I'm totally down for it. Like I said, I'm gonna wait to put the fronts on until our steering wheel shows up. So that way we don't mess with our alignment of the steering wheel. But the rears are on. Fitment wise, they are a little bit meatier of a tire. So they do stick out just a hair more, but nothing like bad. Like I'm still like extremely happy with that fitment. If so, it just makes it sit a little bit more flush with the fender. So 10 out of 10, happy with that. Now we just gotta wait for our steering wheel to show up. Yo, look at who UPS just dropped off. Woo, let me get all this foam off real quick, and then we can compare this over to the OEM one, get this one thrown back in the car, get the car back on the ground, get it out of the garage, get the 17 pulled in the driveway, clean the 17, get the 17 in here. Oh my God, there's still so much to do. I still have to do like a live stream like an hour. Let's work on this. Okay, so on the left we have the OEM one, which doesn't want to stay up, and then on the right we have the DAMD. Now overall, this DAMD wheel is smaller in diameter than the stock wheel. It does have the flat bottom on it, which I'm a fan of, just like the newer model STIs do, and it just looks a lot better. So I got the black stitching with perforated leather. I think this wheel was about $500 or so, somewhere in that range. This one, it was just fine. The main thing I just didn't like about this one is all the leather up top was just wearing off. The steering wheel didn't feel good when driving anymore, and since you touch this every single day, I wanted a nice steering wheel that actually felt good when driving. So enough talking, let's get this thing reinstalled back in the car. Same process to install it as it was to uninstall it. Line up the steering wheel, put the center nut back on, redo all the connectors, put the airbag back on, tighten it down, good to go. Now once that's done, we're gonna take the car off jack stands, get the bumper back on it, pull it out, get that car centered in the center of the driveway, get it cleaned, get it back in the garage. I feel like there's just a lot going on. One thing at a time though. You know, there's a slight gap on it, but I can live with it. It's not awful. The gap on there is not awful, but our steering wheel, wow, feels a lot better. Feels a ton better actually. DAMD, 10 out of 10, the way to go with this. Let's get the car off jack stands, get it out the garage. Easy stuff. Steering wheel installed, wheels torqued down, new tires on, good to go. Now, because we disconnected the battery when we went to do the steering wheel with the airbag stuff, I'm gonna pull the car out into the driveway for about 15 minutes and just let it idle, so that way it can relearn its idle. Whenever you disconnect your battery, it resets ECU learning. So just gonna let the car idle, relearn its idle. I'll go drive it around later. It'll relearn all of its parameters. It'll be good to go. But one less thing to knock out. Now I just need to wait for Matt and Mel and Sam to get home so they can help me push that car back into the garage, because even though it has no motor, it is stupid heavy right now. All right, weakness is only in the mind. Down, I got the wheel chock to stop it, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Backup plan, wait till everyone else gets home, I guess. All right, 3, go. 1, 2, drop. There's a small little hump we have to get over right here.
Really doing this ass backwards.
Oh my gosh, I'm like super stressed right now, running super behind on schedule for the live stream and whatnot, but I had to get this done. 17 STIs back in the garage. This is about to become the main focus of what we're doing again. It's gonna be split for a while between the 17 and the 05. We're gonna be jumping back and forth, so fully expect that. wiring stuff. It's gonna be going on with this one, chassis modification, mock-up of a whole bunch of stuff with the EG33 parts that I do have. It's gonna, oh geez, the whole tripod just moved. It's gonna be a little while before we actually get the motor in here. Out front motors still has my short block for this car, so there's not a crazy amount of like fabrication, fitment, mock-up stuff that we can do quite yet. But it is so nice to have this car back in the garage, so that way we can shift focus back over to the 17. Now with the 05 STI behind me, we are not done with that car yet. This was just in like an intermediate, like other stuff that I needed to get knocked out. There's other suspension stuff coming for this car. Tint, basic driver amenity stuff, but I'm like all over the place today. It's been a busy day. It's been a hectic day. Glad we got the new tires on the car. In one of the upcoming videos, we are going to do like a full review, first impressions of like these Michelin Pilot, what are they, Pilots all season 4s, whatever they are. Super sticky tire after just driving around the neighborhood a little bit. Like every single rock on the road was sticking to them and like flinging up. It's also a little bit still because they're new tires, and with that new steering wheel, give you guys like my rundown of what I think of it and whatnot. But like I said, good day today. I would have taken the car. It would have been a lot easier just to drop off the 05 at Discount Tire, but I have trust issues with techs at like small tire shops like that. Don't know why. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you like the video, if you like, it was all over the place today, I do apologize, but if you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, whatever color it turns for you. Color of the day, we're gonna do gloss rock gray in commemoration of getting the 17 STI back in the garage. The Bluebaru, because that's what I've always called it, Bluebaru. The wrap's gonna be coming off too, so it's gonna be going back to blue. But anyways, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you wanna be, because you don't wanna miss out on the engine swap with this car. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It's gonna take a little while, but it's gonna be awesome, I promise. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.